started. Hello everyone, and welcome to State of the Realm, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast. And this week, we're going to be covering a topic that is definitely plaguing a lot of people right now, and that's how do I survive till 3.1, guys? I don't know what to do. I need more, please. Please release the patch. Release it.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, on that note.
Yeah.
I am one of your hosts, Michael, Mr. Happy Povoromo, and of course, joining me, co-host Sly, aka Slythefox, aka Sly, aka Greyfox, aka you, my boy Blue, aka I ain't got no other nicknames for you this week, so you get to live another day.
Woo!
Except that kind of counts as a nickname at the end there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it counts a little
Even when
bit.
you're not trying to do a nickname, you do a nickname.
I mean, that's because I almost expect it out of myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm like, oh, you know, I got one, and then I don't got one. I'm like, shit. I gotta be disappointed in myself real quick. It's okay. Sly, how you doing this week?
Just gotta pull one out of your ass. I'm doing good, man.
I don't want to pull anything out of my ass. I don't want to do that. Please. Those days are behind me, Sly.
But how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Got a good night's sleep last night. Had a good stream earlier today. Had some ravioli. You know, it's very Italian. So I'm digging it. I'm having a good day. We got an interesting topic to talk about, though, tonight.
Yes.
Yes, because, you know, we've kind of been trying to get by with these community episodes where we just answer questions in the chat, and it's like, there are topics we could talk about, and one of them that's pretty popular while we brought it up is definitely the lull in content waiting for patch 3.1. Now, you and I have expressed opinions about this before in the past, but we decided to make a full-on episode to help people kind of have an idea of some things they can look out for, whether that be in-game or looking into other games that they may be able to do the hold the tides, because we're still about... Yeah, I said the word other games. So.
Other games?
People aren't happy that we suggest that they play other games. They don't like that.
There are other games out there?
Okay. Oh no, what is happening?
Hey, girl. Happy just told me something, girl. There are other games other than Final Fantasy. I know. I'm gonna have shit to do on Sunday, girl, at church. Alright, call you later. Bye.
I was laughing too hard to make that full screen in time. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I can't. You know what? I didn't know he was gonna do that. Sly had to have planned that like 3 days ago. He did not just think of that right now. He was definitely just like other games. As soon as he says the word other games. Jesus. But yeah, God, my entire flow is off after having to deal with that. Oh my goodness, girl. It's all right. How's that conversation happen on an Eorzean phone? Like. Because we'll pretend Lake Pearl.
They just touch their ear.
Touch their ear, and it's the same conversation. Can you imagine if Minfilia did that? She just calls up someone's like, Y'shtola, girl.
Y'shtola, girl. Everybody dead.
Everybody dead.
Everybody dead, girl. Where you at?
Oh my God. I don't know how I'm gonna do the show because that line is going to be in my head for the next hour or so. Just, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Okay, so back on track. There's a lot of people that play Final Fantasy XIV in their free time. First of all, that still have tons of stuff to do. Whether or not they want to do it is really the question. You know, I mean, let's look at what's one thing Sly has said he's gonna do. Man, there's this one thing. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Crafting and gathering. Shut up. I still do it.
Have you really been doing it though? Or have you just been playing a different game instead, like Warframe?
Balance.
Yes, that's some bullshit.
What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, on my days. Okay, let me.
You went from yes to balance.
Let me tell you how it works. Okay, you know, Monday through Thursday, that's days we usually raid. It's and then Tuesday through Thursday, yeah, it's reset, and that's usually when I'm getting all my esoterics and shit. And meanwhile, while I'm doing that, I'm doing some crafting. I mean, some gathering mostly because I have my little gathering clock up with danger bongos and shit, and then do a little bit of crafting. So yes, it's a balance.
Okay, it sounds like a very lopsided balance against crafting, with crafting kind of on the, you know, it's like it's one of those things where, you know, I want it done, but
it's lopsided now because I don't have any leveled. If I had any leveled, I mean, sure, it'd probably be balanced, but the most of my money is coming from gathering.
How's the free company airships going? That's something a lot of people, if you're in a free company that hasn't been working on that, you need to get working on that, at least having 3 airships, by the way, guys. Remember, it's going to take 3 airships if you want to go with a pre-made of 24 man to the airships. Otherwise, you're going in with 8 or 16, you know, whatever the number is. But I mean, there are plenty of things that we have to do left in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a matter of, I guess, the way it's been presented to us between patch 3.0 and 3.1. I don't know about you, but if I have to do one more Fate in the Churning Mist, I'm going to punch someone in the face. I can't. I can't do.
Why?
It's good leveling.
Are you tired of Dark Scale? Are you really that tired of Dark Scale?
I'm fucking exhausted of Dark Scale, man. It's gotten to the point where I will do my high level roulette before they've added EXP to the mobs. Like it's gotten there. That's like I said I didn't do that for the first 3 months. The expansion was out, and now I'm like, fine, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it high level. Pharaoh serious? Oh, third boss is a joke. Hey, at least I'm doing Pharaoh serious, getting ready for hard mode. I feel like that's all I get in the high level roulette.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the game is like, hey, there's gonna be a hard mode soon.
Well, of course you're leveling. But yeah, just really wish they would give me some SOs on fucking high level.
Yo, don't we all? I see. I got 2 characters to cap. One of them I ain't cap last week. I'm gonna cap 1 a week now. I ain't capping both those characters for a week. Not unless they give us some SOs. Give us that Crystal Tower roulette we keep talking about. Oh man. So I mean, other than those things, like yeah, we have these list of things we still have to do. But at this point, we're hungry for the new stuff. You know, the stuff to kind of make us forget about the grindier aspects, or at least the grindier aspects we've already done before, like leveling. And, you know, how many jobs do you even have, like leveled, like past 50? Anything, even if it's 51.
Are we talking battle or?
We're talking anything. I know you got Minor. I know you have Dragoon.
Botanist is close.
Botanist is close. All right.
Bard's behind the times, and that's just another thing. I'll probably start working on something else battle-wise before I finish Bard.
But Sly, Bard's your favorite.
My ninja in my raid who became a Bard turned me off of being a Bard. Like, he's that good that he just turned me off of, you know what, fuck it. I'll do Black Mage. I don't give a shit. I'll do something else. I don't care.
You think that maybe now might be the time for people to start investing in maybe a different main, start playing with the other jobs, even if it's just kind of like from 50 to 52, looking at 3.2 and forward, maybe trying to get into raiding a little bit more seriously instead of just like, hey, you know, this is what I played, this is what I'm playing, you know, I don't care about anything else. Maybe now's the time to start at least exploring it a little bit, see maybe you get a little bit of excitement out of playing something else, even if it's not the leveling process in its entirety.
No. Well, yes and no, because we did talk about the running upon an issue where you might need to change composition a little bit. But again, let people know well ahead of time. Don't just bring it on them. Hey, Sly, need to be a Bard. Fuck you. No, I quit. Mm-mm. That means I got to level something else, which is going to take time. I'm not going to be ready. And you have to learn. You have to kind of...
Is this why your ninja went bard?
No, he was an awesome ninja.
Okay, no, but I'm saying, like, did they come to him and say, we need you on bard? And then he said, or they came to you and said it, you're like, no, fuck that, make him do it. And then he said...
No, it wasn't even that. I mean, he already had a bard leveled. All
right.
Needed a bard. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So for those of you who are leveling multiple jobs or working on getting like all your 60s, I mean, just applause, because I don't know how you're doing it. Like, to be honest, we're kind of just, Sly and I are kind of just playing other games in the meantime. Like, we're playing 14. You'll see Sly rating. You'll see me streaming 14, but we're playing other games. I think we've nailed that home quite a few weeks ago. But this week...
Oh, hold on.
Is she calling her? Is she calling again?
Reba just texted me. She got this Battlefront beta. Okay.
Nice.
I know. She was quick on that shit. All right, go ahead.
I'm jealous now. Fuck that. Can we talk about that for the rest of the show? I want to play Battlefront. I want early access.
Yeah, the only one.
That game looks sick, yo.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things we could talk about on State of the Realm, and we've kind of been just kind of trotting along like, oh, if we just interact with our live Twitch audience, which, by the way, thank you everyone for coming out every week, despite the fact there is a lull in the content. We kind of wanted to at least have something to give the people who are having trouble tiding over until 3.1, who aren't necessarily interested in doing all this alternate job leveling, because, I mean, no matter what, you're still only doing Savage on one job, unless you're leveling multiple characters. Yeah. And that could be something that may help a lot with 3.1, with some more stuff in the Duty Finder, Void Arc, the Free Company stuff. I'm hoping that opens up people's willingness to not say, I need to be ninja for Free Company airship exploration. I feel like I can adequately jump on another job and learn it in this, large content. Give people a little bit more freedom to have multiple jobs leveled and actually feel like it contributes to content. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. That's hopefully what the case is. But other than that, we really just kind of want to talk about other games. It's a really fucking weird thing to want to talk about on the show, to want to talk about other games. But the show's called State of the Realm, Sly. The state of the realm is right now, it's dull.
It's dull. Unless you're rating or, leveling, there's really nothing for you to do. So we kind of understand that, there's other stuff out there.
Yeah. And you know what? We have some, free-to-play alternatives, some mobile alternatives, some interesting alternatives. I'll call one of Sly's games that he selected that. Interesting alternatives.
Really? You just can't get off of it.
I won't. Well, when we get to it, I'll have something to say about it. Don't you worry about that.
Of course you will.
I always, Sly,
all right.
I always have something to say.
All right.
I don't know how to shut my mouth. It's the Italian in me, Sly.
Of course it is.
What does that mean? Of course it is. Listen, Mr. I won't spoil it. Never mind. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna save it. Yeah. Just you wait. So we actually came up with a list of 6 games that can tide you over till 3.1. Now, I don't know about Sly, but the 3 games I picked are games I don't expect to like turn you away from the game permanently. I expect them to be. We mostly expect these games to be things that you can invest in for relatively either, low cost or very special types of games that you may be interested in or may not know about.
Distractions, so to speak.
Distractions, yeah. That's pretty much what we're looking at here. Right. Something that'll get you through to patch 3.1.
Now, this is just a list with 6 games. Believe me, if I could, there would be maybe 2 or 3 more on this list. Maybe more than that.
And who knows? We may have time to delve into those. They won't be officially like ready for the show or anything like.
I mean, but I can go off the top of my head for these, like the other 1 or 2.
Yeah, Sly, like Mel told Sly what we were doing, and Sly was like, "Any game? Yes!" pretty much. Mm-hmm. We're just trying to tide over your patience.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, that's a big thing. The reason this topic needs to happen is because a lot of the community is very impatient. Like
this community. Let's go ahead and be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. In your chat and in my chat, how many times have you seen I cannot wait until November for 3.1? When it's 3.1, I need 3.1 now. How many times have you seen that in your chat?
Do we want to include people that legitimately just don't know, like maybe they stopped playing a month or two after Heaven's Word came out and they're coming back for 3.1, or do we just want to include the people we know, like, they're like,
let's just do that.
Content. Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of that is just an unwillingness to play anything. And you know what? I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Sly, you know how I played Final Fantasy XI, right?
No.
No, you mean like, that I did play it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Do you know what my main motivation for playing an MMO was when I first got into them?
The grindiness.
The fact I would never need to spend money on other games. And it worked.
That's really what you thought.
That
was a legitimate thought.
I'm talking about as a 12 or 13-year-old kid who, wasn't working, there were no jobs in the area. I thought, I get an allowance for doing stuff around the house. Maybe I'll have enough, but I'll always have enough to play this every month. And then maybe like Christmas, I'll get a gift. That's how I got into it at that young age, was because I was like, you know what? This is something I can afford. It's monthly. And you know what? I don't have to worry about going out and buying other games. I ended up missing a lot of games in the process, was the side effect of that. Like, people have said, oh, have you played this? I go, no. It's happened a lot.
Yeah, see, I'm the exact opposite. Like, I play people know me. I play Final Fantasy pretty much every week. Like, in terms of console, there are still games. There are still games on the way that I do plan on getting. And I'm not going to miss those.
Sorry, I have a bad cough.
Yeah.
Mel has bronchitis, and so from 3,000 miles away, I think I'm getting it right now.
Thank you.
Just thought sorry, you can continue.
Yeah. But, yeah, and the thing is, I feel like I'm missing out on my 3DS stuff. My 3DS library, and, like, other than, like, the plane ride to and from San Francisco, it hasn't been touched. And it's only, like, console, which I only had time for. Console and, of course, 14, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much the same way. Mel bought me a 3DS for playing. She bought me Theatrhythm because I love rhythm games. DJ Maxx used to be one of my favorites on the PSP. And I've only gotten to play it on the flights, and I don't know if I'll ever get to play it, like, until I am on a flight again. Why are you giving me that look?
All the shit you're talking about, one of my selections.
Okay, listen.
No. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Now everyone knows what your selection is, though. Well, the people in the live chat definitely know. Maybe not on YouTube and on iTunes, but if anyone here is a fan of Sly, you now already know what one of his choices is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Sly, it's a different story, but we'll get to that when the time comes, because I think we should probably get into our 6 picks. So again, we each picked 3 games that we wanted to talk about, we wanted to share here. We'll have a screenshot or something, at some point while we're talking about it, and then we'll move on to the next one. We're going to alternate here. So, Sly, would you like to do the honors of talking about the first game you recommend people play to tide them over until patch 3.1?
Yes. My first selection is Metal Gear Solid 5. That was just a little mini drum roll that I kind of threw in.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear the drum roll. I was like, are you having a stroke? Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, you couldn't even hear it. Yes, but it is Metal Gear Solid 5. The closing chapter, quote unquote, in the Metal Gear Solid series, which I think it's hard for me because I'm a Metal Gear Solid purist, and I believe 4 was the best one, story-wise. Now, in terms of actual gameplay, this probably is the best one. It's probably, and then some will disagree with me, but it's the most difficult in terms of stealth. Yeah, you have options. You can just go completely nuts and kill everything in sight, not even worrying about stealth. But I kind of like to worry about stealth. It has a stealth mechanic. So why not try to go the stealthy route and, not get angry and kill everything and alert everything in Afghanistan?
Does the game take place in Afghanistan? See, that's an honest question, because
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it. Okay.
Yeah, it takes place during the Soviet-Afghan War.
Okay. So Metal Gear Solid. Now, Metal Gear Solid. So I don't hate me. I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. Now, here's the thing. Metal Gear Solid 4 was my introduction. Even though I had heard about it, 1, 2, and 3, you know, I'd heard of them, and I'd had friends talk about them. But Metal Gear Solid 4, I went over a friend's house, and was literally like, ooh, what's this? He goes, Metal Gear Solid 4. And I'm like, do I need to play the other ones first?
You might want to.
They looked at me like, no, actually, you may just want to go Google it, because you're going to be here for a while if you have to actually figure all this shit out in the games.
Yeah, you could just YouTube it and watch a like really huge-ass movie of it. And
I didn't realize that Legend of Zelda had a competitor in fucking ridiculously convoluted storylines. Although I've heard that 5, you don't actually need to play the previous games. I've heard that. I don't know if it's true.
Yes, because... Well, yes and no. Yes, because in chronological order, this takes place after Peace Walker.
Peace Walker, okay.
Which takes place after 3. And so on and so forth. So... No, I mean, if you wanted to play 5 and then go back to 1, 2, 3, I mean, there's a way to do it in chronological order, but...
I'm sure there is. Everyone in the chat saying there's a 7-hour video explaining all the games. I don't know. I don't know if I have 7 hours to figure that all out. The good news is I've seen all of 2 Peace Walker and 4 played through. I've watched a friend play through all of those. So I have some idea what's going on. One of my favorite bosses was the old man, where if you turn the console, if you like turn off the console and turn the clock ahead a week.
That's from 3.
That's from 3. Yeah, he just he just dies of old age.
Yes.
That's so great.
That's funny. Like, and another sidetrack about the end. Like, you could actually kill him before you even got to his boss fight, because he was in a wheelchair sleeping in one point. If you had a good sniper rifle, you can just pick him off and nobody would know the difference.
The irony.
Yeah.
The irony of killing that character with a sniper rifle, right? Oh, man. Well, I mean, so we also have, I don't know if you've dabbled in this at all, MGO, Metal Gear Online. I don't even know what that is.
It came out today, in fact. I have not dabbled in it. It's pretty much what it says, Metal Gear Online. It's almost, there are modes. I don't know the specific ones yet because I haven't gotten onto it yet. But it's basically a multiplayer Metal Gear Solid.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. Doesn't really.
What?
Not excited for.
What? Excited
stealth?
for what?
For stealth.
Stealth? Oh yeah, it's great.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Sorry, hold on.
Wait. So Happy.
Wait. Hold on.
Happy has a game he wants to talk about, but he looks busy. And now you get on me for freaking gathering, and what are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
I'm gathering experience points. Listen, it may not be gathering, but I'm collecting it at the very least.
You get on me about doing shit during the show. What are you doing?
I'm all right, so I'm playing this game. I'm emulating it on BlueStacks right now. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can bring it up on screen. This is the first game I want to talk about. Don't get mad at me. Listen, don't be mad because I can play a game during the show and you can't. Anyway, so first we talked about Metal Gear Solid. The second game we are going to be talking about, this is my first choice, even though it's a little bit obscure, is Final Fantasy Grandmasters. Sly, don't give me that look. Sly looks at me like he fucking hates me right now. Like, he just doesn't get it. Like, listen, all I'm doing, I'm killing Yagudos. I'm 3,619 EXP. Now I'm 3,394 EXP away from level 36. All right? Sly. So, Sly, do you want to know more about this game?
Yes. As you're playing it in stream, in podcast. Yes. Please.
I considered playing all 3 of my games during the podcast. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull that off, though.
And all I can hear is just click, 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 click,
Click, click, click, click, click, click, click. Yo, man, I'm trying to camp this notorious monster, and people are just fucking... I can't... Spawn camping it. There we go. Let's see if I... Nope. Never mind. No Yogudos. So, anyway, this is Final Fantasy Grandmasters that I'm playing right here. And this is a mobile game that came out in Japan not too long ago. I believe last week at some point. Basically, it is the first of 2 games in the Final Fantasy Vana'diel project, and it's basically an MMO for the phone. It's, you know, you level jobs, you kill enemies, you do quests. There's a main story. It actually is a main story with cutscenes and everything. It's got grinding out in the open world. It's got social things. It's got events. And believe it or not, it's very, 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 very not pay to win. There's a little bit of pay to win. It's a mobile game, but it's like you can get away without it. Kind of similar to Record Keeper, which is the other Final Fantasy mobile game most people know about. Sly, honestly, I think you would enjoy the hell out of this game. Are you watching the stream right now?
Now, when you say there's a little bit of pay to win,
well,
about how much were we talking? Are we talking all the bravest pay to win?
No. Nothing is not literally. I don't think Square Enix can make another game that pay to win like all the bravest if they tried.
Okay.
It was that much away from it. But yes, so for this game, like I said, it is a mobile game. So, you know, most phone games that are free to play like this one have some sort of catch. You know, there's like, they need to make money somehow. So if you've played Record Keeper, you may be aware of the idea of what's called relic draws. And that's basically the idea that, you know, there's weapons in the game with varying effects and strength. And what you're able to do is you're able to draw those relics from a pool and, you know, upgrade them throughout the game, whatever. And basically, you have an in-game currency called crystals, where you can collect those from doing quests and daily events and things like that. And also, you can just buy them if you wanted to. So you can get away without, you can get access to all that stuff without spending any money.
So is it more of like a pay for convenience kind of thing?
No, because here's the thing. The weapons give you access to abilities and stuff. So the more of them you do, the better your chances of getting a good weapon. If you're just relying on the quests from the main story, you're going to have to hope for some good luck. But even then, like, Record Keeper, to me, seemed a little bit more pay to win because Record Keeper had something called a stamina system, which, as a 1.0 player, I know all too well. The idea is that if you play too much, it doesn't, like, it halts your progress. Like, you're like, no, if you want to refill your stamina bar, you got to pay us $1. Or something like that. Either that or you wait like every 3 minutes you get 1 stamina back. Or something along those lines. So that's gone. None of that restriction's not here. So, you know, there's no, like, you can play literally for 24 hours straight and never feel like you need to spend a dime. So it's pretty solid. The biggest catch, you know, mobile game. So it's meant to be played on the phone. As you can see, I'm playing it on PC right now. Main reason is because it's only out in Japan right now. That's the biggest problem. Now, luckily, we have Ooh, a notorious monster. 2 notorious monsters, actually. I'm just gonna auto attack them to death because I have no TP right now. Basically, the way that I'm playing it is through an Android emulator called BlueStacks. It's perfectly legal. BlueStacks, I believe, costs $2 a month if you want to use it as a full-blown emulator without doing the trial version. And our good old friend, I didn't get any drops. Our good old friend Fusion over at Gamerscape, he actually made a video explaining how to install this on BlueStacks using using the APK handler and downloading the application file directly from the Japanese Google store. Ooh, Notorious Monster again. Dude, I'm 1,400 EXP away from leveling.
Too much fun with this in the middle of stream. Like, yeah, in the middle of the podcast. Yes, this is what's going on.
Yeah, what? Yeah. People want content. This is content, and this is Final Fantasy too, right?
Right.
It's I'm just trying to make it as relevant as possible. Drop! Oh, did I get it? Ah, no, I didn't get it. Okay. Sadness, Sly. I'm sorry, I didn't get the drop from the NM. I wanted the drop, Sly. It's not my fault. Ooh, a piece of candy. So, anyway, yeah, you'll need to do that workaround in order to access it. You probably can't download it unless you're watching this from Japan, for, you know, whatever, you know, like maybe Sig or Marco or someone like that. And, you know, expect some more information coming out of this game in the near future. It's a great mobile title. It's probably one of the better made free-to-play phone games out there. And it's got fully online features, chat functionality, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm hoping that you will. Don't worry, Sly. I'm gonna get this level, Sly. Don't worry. I'm just gonna. We're back on camera. I'm gonna finish this level off real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Work on. Go ahead and work.
Actually, I like your next title. I really like it.
Go ahead and work on that. Go ahead and work.
I
on
really,
it.
no.
You're fine. You're fine. Hold on.
I really like your next title. That's
no. Go keep working on that.
No. They can see you again, Sly. They can see both of us again.
That's fine.
Sly, I need 1,288 EXP to hit 36. Sly, what's your next game? I'm not playing it.
Young life, Judas.
Oh God.
Sorry. Okay.
Everyday young life.
All right. So yes, y'all kind of saw this coming, but my next selection is Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Mike, go ahead. Use your word. You had a lot of shit to say, so go ahead. I want to get this out of the way before I go into my little.
I love rhythm games. Sly, didn't you hear me earlier? I love rhythm games.
But all this shit you talk about mine.
I love rhythm games. I love rhythm games for their gameplay and their songs. You know what I don't really care for in rhythm games?
What?
Continuing a story that was already fine the way it was in the first place.
Okay. Here's the thing about Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Yes, it does have a story. And while I was really mainly here for the music, which I'll get to in a second, story, it's not really canon, even though it
is canon.
Yeah. But surprisingly, really good. Really dark, too. Like, I thought P3 was something, and then I got to a certain place in the story, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually a story. So I actually applaud Atlas for not really making this a fluff game. Because it's not. It actually has a good story, and then add to that the music.
I just changed to the other picture. I can't even fucking look at this right now.
Oh, God. But the music. Like, longtime fans will automatically know some of the music because they still have some of the original tracks, and then there are a lot of remixes too, which are really good, which are new to both longtime and new fans. Because that was one of the draws in the original Persona and Persona 4 Golden, was it had an awesome soundtrack. So basically, to me, that's what makes the majority of this game is the music. I got the Disco Fever edition, the collector's edition, which came with the soundtrack.
There's a collector's edition.
Yes, there's a collector's edition. And hey, I got a Teddy keychain, damn it. Boom.
Hold on. I need to switch the camera. Look at that.
Teddy keychain. Teddy.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Worth.
And then, of course, the Vita holder, or Vita carrying case. But, like, even still, really awesome rhythm game. For all the shit Happy gives me about this game, not a lot of fluff.
Oh, my God.
Not a lot of fluff. It's a really awesome game.
I don't know, Teddy's pretty fluffy.
Really?
I mean, both in his human form and in his, empty thing of a shell Teddy form.
Right.
There's a Disco Fever edition. Why did they... I don't mind if Atlas wants to make a rhythm game with Persona characters. I actually don't mind that. I mind that it's a continuation of the fucking story. Because I bought Arena because it was a continuation of the story. I will not buy this because it is a continuation.
Buy it for the music.
You know what game I'll play if I want to listen to the music? Persona 4.
But these are remixes. And you're not gonna get the full Junes theme. You're not gonna see Nanako dancing.
Every day young light Junes. There you go. There she is for you. There. See, I don't need no remixes. I'll make my own remix. Sly, aka Gray Teddy. I don't know. The keychain's not gray though, so I don't know if that works.
Good.
It's good. Okay. So first, what system is this on anyway?
This is on PlayStation Vita, but if you do have a PlayStation TV, you can play it as well.
That's one device I guess I don't need to invest in.
What?
A PlayStation TV.
Wait, you have a Vita?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you need a Vita to work with the TV?
No.
Do you know? I was gonna say.
Do you know what a PlayStation TV is? Have you seen one?
I've seen it. I don't know. My PlayStation 4 I play like once a month. Sly.
It's basically a PlayStation TV is just it's a palm. It fits in the palm of your hand. All you do is hook it up to your TV, and you can play video games. And it's $30.
That sounds strangely similar to the Ouya, and that's not something I wanted to invest in.
It's again a really cheap alternative.
But what does it do? Like, what does it actually do?
It plays Vita games.
That's it? It just plays Vita games? You can't play like old PlayStation games or anything like that?
Yeah, you can play PS1 classics on it.
All right, then that's good. That's all you need.
PSPs.
I'm sold. Fuck it. We're sold then.
$30. The alternative, $30 or like almost $200 for an actual Vita.
You know why they called it the Ouya? Because you take one look and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking throw this out the window. There you go.
Oh god.
The perfect legal way to do emulators. The Ouya was. Problem is, there's way easier legal ways than the Ouya. Thank God that's not on our list. Imagine. No, the Ouya's not on the list. Sly, don't even fucking go there. This entire game selection you picked here just has me like, the Ouya.
My whole game selection, really?
No, this one selection. Like this one whole selection, like the whole.
Says the person who plays Theatrhythm.
Theatrhythm's really good. It's got okay. I'll ask you one more question about P4. Is there any RPG elements in it?
No.
I win. Anyway, it's all right, Sly. If it plays well, then I don't mind. Ultimately, I don't give a shit if it plays well.
All right.
As long as it plays well for a rhythm game, that's what matters to me. I get addicted to rhythm games super easy. I'd probably fucking love this game, to be honest, with all the shit I'm giving. I'm just being real here after giving him all the hard time right now. Mm-hmm. I would probably enjoy the shit out of this game.
Yep.
All right, so my next game is probably not going to make people happy, Sly.
Why is it going to go make?
Because it's an MMO. You know what it's like being on a show for an MMO, being like, this game is dull and here's another MMO? Do you understand what the reaction to that is?
But do you understand how many MMO players stay with a single MMO? Like, there are a lot of MMO players that, branch out and play others. I'm not, I'm one of them. You are too.
I guess the first game I listed was kind of an MMO. Not really, but almost.
Yeah, almost.
Sort of, yeah.
But what is your selection? My
second game, as I pull up the media list here, as I'm going to have to change the image that it is fucking right back to you. I can't look. It looks way too fabulous in this picture. I can't handle it. Just please. Okay, my second game that I picked is WildStar. WildStar. It's an MMO that I actually really wanted to get into when it came out over a year ago, Sly. I was like, I'm going to get into this game. I'm going to play it alongside 14.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, that didn't work out when it first came out. It didn't really. It just was not a polished game over a year ago. But it's now gone free to play.
So what about the polish? Is the polish there now?
Polish is a lot better. It had a pretty rough launch, though. A relaunch, I should say, for the free-to-play version. Like, at least 5 days of, servers down, getting kicked from the server, in-game lag, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I saw a lot of streams. It was not pretty.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, while we're waiting on 3.1, I pretty much looked at the rest of the MMO genre and said, okay, what can I play that isn't going to require a high amount of investment to get into initially, that I can play for a couple of hours and enjoy, and that, like I said, there's no investment. It's a free-to-play game. WildStar was pretty much at the top of that list because it was going free to play, and I really wanted this game to do well when it first came out. Believe it or not, Sly, I don't, not every MMO fan wants to see every other MMO fail just so they can say their MMO is better.
Exactly.
And I'm someone who had an appreciation for where WildStar was attempting to go. I have more of an appreciation for the polish they've put on the free-to-play version. It's action combat, it's fast-paced. The only major complaint I still have is I can't stand the sound effects of this game. But then again, I play every MMO with sound effects off. Like, I can't stand it. Like, imagine having to hear a gun do this over and over again. And that's your auto. That's like the equivalent of nearly your auto attack. I can't do that.
Yeah, I usually play with, music on. Don't really hear the actual in-game music in 14. I know. Sorry. But, yeah, I don't hear any of the sound effects either, so I'm with you there. Sometimes it can be annoying. Sometimes it can be too loud, even though you have it turned down. So, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. Well, thank you. So, I picked this up last week, and when it is working, I've been having a blast with it. Mostly the PvP. That's one thing I've always been looking for, was a PvP alternative to 14 while it was still being developed. And WildStar, so far, I've only been leveling like through PvP, like maybe one dungeon, one adventure here and there, but almost entirely through PvP. And the game allows you to do that really easily. It's fun. The games are quick to get into, quick to get done, adequate amount of experience points. And honestly, if you're looking for a PvP alternative, this is one of the good choices out there. I had a bunch of other games that I could have put on this list when it comes to PvP alternatives if we're looking at MMOs, but I decided to go with WildStar because it's so easy to get into and have fun with. I don't know. That's ultimately my reason for deciding to pick it up. I know some people are worried they hear free-to-play MMO and they go, sir, I would like to know just how free-to-play this really is. And yes, it does have a signature status. That seems to be a thing that's popping up a lot in MMOs. Free-to-play with a signature status. Where it's like, oh yeah, you can get the game for free. You get all these little perks if you pay a monthly sub, though. You get like loyalty points. You get like bonus experience points when you're first leveling. You get maybe access to more auction house slots or more guilds or something like that. And those things are pretty much what the difference between free-to-play and signature status are in WildStar, which is the equivalent of a subscription. I was enjoying the game without signature. I enjoyed it to the point where I decided to go signature on WildStar. I decided, I wasn't having trouble with the login queues, even though signature is supposed to help you with login queues. Like, if there is one, it's kind of like that fast lane at the Six Flags kind of deal. You know how much you fucking hate the people on that line? You're like, I should have bought the Flash Pass. I should have bought
or the airport.
Oh, yeah, the airport, too. Those guys who skip the TSA lines. I was like, you son of a
bitch.
You son of a bitch. I could be sitting down playing Theatrhythm right now or dancing all night while waiting for my plane. But no, I'm standing here. And I'm hungry. I'm tired. I just want to sit down. I don't want to stand here. Yeah. But, yeah. There's some differences. Some people have some gripes with it. I've been okay with it. But if you're looking for a decent PvP... And also, honestly, even the leveling dungeons are pretty hard. Like, especially if you're not somebody who's like a really hardcore MMO player. Even middle-core raiders might just enjoy the leveling experience here for the PvE content. And it gets pretty rough later on. Something that may find adequate, which is another, dull point in Final Fantasy XIV right now. So... that is my second choice, Sly. We only got one choice left. Each of us. Damn, only one more. Maybe we should have done more than 3 choices, I'm thinking now.
I still got a few in the back of my head. But I made this last one kind of one of my best one. Like, one of my best out of the 3 that I selected for the show. So.
Yeah, I especially don't know how you... I could have done more, but I don't know how you only landed on 3.
Yeah.
I also noticed there's a theme so far. Both of my first 2 games were free to play, sort of, like BlueStacks, you could pay for a thing, and yours are all games you can purchase. Yeah. So we got options. You got money to throw into games, you got Sly's options, you ain't got money to throw into games, you got my options. There we go, see? I see we didn't even plan that, guys.
No.
Both sides of the spectrum.
Like that. See, that's why we mesh well as co-hosts.
Yeah, that's why we mesh well, because he plays fucking Persona 4 Dancing, I play Theatrhythm, we're both weird, and it's okay. All right, Sly, what is your third and final recommendation for people to play while they wait for patch 3.1?
Something that if you haven't gotten it already, or if you do have it, you're still waiting. We're still waiting because it's episodic. Of course, my last selection is Life is Strange. Really, really awesome storytelling game from the folks at Square Enix. And you usually know, a lot of people in here may have done some of the Telltale games, like Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, hell, even Tales from the Borderlands. I'm still doing Tales from the Borderlands. But I'm really, really looking forward to the final chapter of Life is Strange. It's a really, from the moment I started this game, it felt to me like the whole ambiance felt like, and I told people this in stream, that it felt like a Sundance movie to me. It really has that feel of like a really, really hipster but good Sundance movie. The music's great. The story, while it sort of borders on the supernatural, it is the supernatural. It has this whole teen angst angle and kind of deals with some real issues, and it's I really can't speak volumes about this game. I'm trying to, but
he doesn't want to spoil, which is why I don't really know how to ask him questions about this one.
Try, and I'll do my best not to spoil.
I don't even know, like, so you're comparing it to like Tales of Borderlands and like The Walking Dead and all that?
Yes.
Is it like, because I don't even know the premise of the story. Like, if you were to give me a summary that's spoiler free of like, you're introduced to this character and this is their story and this is what's, they're about to do or something, like, I don't know anything about this game.
Well, it takes place in Oregon, I believe, and young girl named Max, she starts having these dreams, these really trippy dreams, and you kind of find this out in the first. In the dream, she could kind of rewind time. So that's why I said it borders along the supernatural. So fast forward a little bit, and she can kind of do it in real life now. And then, there's all this teen stuff going on because she's in high school. But the story goes further from that, and I don't want to go too further because I would love you to play this game and see your reaction, because a lot of people I know have already played this game. They're at the same point I am. I'm waiting on episode 5. And bit of news, if anyone hasn't visited the Life is Strange Twitter, the finale is coming out October 20th. You do not have that long to wait.
That's not that long, guys. October 20th. Guess what? That's literally like 2-3 weeks before the expansion launch. I mean, for the patch launch, the expansion launch. Yeah, guys, 4.0.
Yeah, 4.0.
Woo! We got it. Yeah, okay, so high school girl that controls time. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. That's a good summary. I would like to play a high school girl. I mean, hell, we play Persona. We're fucking high school kids that could jump into TVs. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's easy to get into concept. At least I think so. Yeah, what would you? So Life is Strange has been pretty critically acclaimed, hasn't it?
Critically acclaimed, and a game is kind of deep story-wise. And when I say it deals with a lot of real issues, there on the Life is Strange website is a link. Like, there's a list of links for support for real stuff. I don't want to go into what happens, but
real issues that you may have as a person.
Yes,
I've caught on to this by reading our live chat.
Yeah. So if a game's pretty deep when their website has that.
I see people making high school girl jokes in the chat. Gosh, I'm late for a very important date with a jock. Let's go back in time. Make sure I get there on time. All right, so that's game number 3. Interesting. I never got into all of those like Until Dawn. Until Dawn was probably the closest I came, and phrasing and the
closest. Not even me anymore.
Well, because I detected it coming from you. Phrasing. There we go. What do you want? So, and I ended up not doing. I ended up just Googling all the deaths. And then I was like, well, now I don't need to play the game because I know exactly how to not die every time. So I just lived it through everyone else. I did the same with Walking Dead, the first season. I didn't even watch the second season of the video game, I should say, at least. All right, so that's his third choice. My third choice is not a free-to-play game. Not a free-to-play alternative this time. Don't fucking call your girlfriend again, Sly. Girl, can you believe he ain't playing no free-to-play games?
Told you Reba's on Battlefront. She don't care. Not on
right.
Battlefront.
All right, so my final game is one that I haven't really spoken about too late, but a patch was just released for it not too long ago, and I believe the game is going to launch later this year, like right towards the very end of the year. And it's a brutal RPG where death is the name of the game. That is Darkest Dungeon. Dankest Dungeon.
Dankest Dungeon.
Sorry, it's Dankest Dungeon. My bad. It's the dankest adventure of all time. But this is a single-player RPG that you can get on Steam. It's like $15, I think. And it's basically just... It's the raw experience of dungeon grinding, pretty much. Where, you know, like we go into dungeons, oh, we're heroes, oh, yay, we killed the enemy, woohoo, we win. Yeah, that shit doesn't fly here. Basically, you go into a dungeon, your characters get diseases, they are permanently scarred from the things they see, they're driven to insanity, they permanently die, and you have to constantly replace them. You know, you're never in an advantage against the game.
Now, when you describe it like that, this sounds like a dungeon crawling Oregon Trail to me.
Yes, that is a great way of describing it. Fuck Oregon Trail. I have never beat that game.
Really?
I never beat that game. It's always, as soon as I get to a river, I was like, I got two decisions. I can either wade through the water, or I can just try to, you know, go around and fight. And either way, I get completely screwed. The bridge breaks, or my horse drowns. It's bullshit.
But go on. Dungeon crawling Oregon Trail.
There you go. So, basically, yeah, it's dungeon crawler where everything can go wrong. You know, there's permanent death. So I actually have a lot of fun, kind of using names of people I know. Like, for example, as a streamer, I'll make the names of the people in my party, I'll make them subs. And if a sub dies, the sub's dead. You know, like, it's just, then we have to remember how that sub died forever. And then people are like, yo, can I get a revive? Can I beat the next one? Please. I don't want to be dead. Please. Oregon, yeah. Oregon. There we go. So it's, somebody says it's like the Final Fantasy XIV Duty Finder. It scars you permanently.
Wow.
You know, I think I have like 4 characters that have chlamydia in this game.
Wait, you can actually get chlamydia in this game?
Yeah, you get chlamydia. I think it reduces your like health, your maximum health by like 15%.
Your characters are boning.
No, the thing is, you get chlamydia. You don't get chlamydia from having sex. That's the weird thing.
God.
You get
I'm already there. It's too late.
I'm already there.
Sorry.
Sly's lost there, guys.
Oh God! They didn't wrap their tools.
Oh my god.
Oh God! I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I need something to drink. I'm good. Oh God. Go on. I'll mute myself. Go on.
You can actually have sex in the game, but that's not how you get chlamydia. Because the thing is, your characters can have stress levels, and you can have them relieve stress by going to the brothel. So
that's where they get it from.
That's not where they get it from, though. The brothel ladies are clean, Sly. The brothel ladies are clean.
I really want to get this game now.
Sly's like, sex, I gotta have it. Phrasing. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Go on.
I don't even know if I want to talk about it anymore. I almost want you to talk about it now.
I don't know anything about it other than what I've seen and what you've just said.
Oh my god. But he needs. Did you just crack open a soda?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
So anyway, you can get varying diseases. You can grow fears of certain enemies, and it's basically just meant to be a super punishing RPG that doesn't mess around. A new patch just came out for it, which introduced a new dungeon, the Cove, which has a bunch of new bosses and a bunch of new dungeons that you can go through as well. Honestly, it's one of my favorite games from this year that I've played in this past year. So if you're looking for a single-player RPG that's not going to treat you nice, like if you're a fan of the Souls games and if you wondered what like maybe a turn-based Souls game feels like, this will take it to the next level for you. I highly recommend it. It's pretty cheap on Steam, so definitely go check it out. Sly, you're still wiping the tears away, man. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sly wants to get this game. That means Sly wants to get chlamydia confirmed, according to the chat. Rampage? Definitely. Is it Rampage? Did you just open Rampage?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Not yet. So, those are the 3 games we each recommend. And for anyone who came into the stream late, by the way, and like, what the hell does this even have to do with Final Fantasy XIV? The topic is tiding yourself over till patch 3.1. It's been such a hot topic. And, you know, I'm glad we were actually able to take a show and talk about some of the other games that we appreciate here. You know, whether they be games that are also RPGs or games like Metal Gear Solid, which are stealth, or FPS, the third person, whatever. You know, depending on the way you want to play it, whether it's a stealth game or a shooting game, you know, that's up to you. With a meaningful story, games like Life is Strange, episodic content, which the sniffles from the laughing. Oh my god. And also, Chlamydia is the new summoner dot, by the way, in the next expansion. Yes. They got Fester. Oh, man. But, yeah, basically, Sly and I are both still playing 3.0. We're still playing. We're still raiding. We're still doing all the stuff.
Yep.
We're just not stressing over the fact that 3.1 is not coming sooner rather than later. We're bracing it.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss the games that, you know, sometimes MMOs cause us to miss games. We don't want you to miss games. We want you to enjoy games.
And there are a lot of good games out there, so don't deprive yourself of them just because, you know, oh, I'm mad. I'm just going to sit here and wait for 3.1. Yeah, don't deprive yourself.
Yeah. So hopefully that gets through to all y'all. But anyway, I think it's about time we wrap this episode up. Unless there's any game you really wish you could have spoken about on this episode, Sly. We wouldn't have a screenshot for it. But if there's any game you're like, oh, I barely didn't mention it. Since
I went first, I'll let you go first on this one.
I don't, honestly, I mean, unless I'm going to recommend Guild Wars 2, you know, same reason I play WildStars for PvP.
Right.
You know, I've been playing Devilion, but I know that that's, you know, while it's going to be a free-to-play game right now, it's in, you know, early access with buying, you know, the key, unless you win it from, like, a giveaway or a website. Mm-hmm. I've just been checking out other MMOs, just to, you know, that's my genre. That's the genre I grew up and I love. And I think maybe it's about time I have a free-to-play MMO on the side for between patches. If, you know, patches end up having these extensions for any way, shape, or form. Civ 5, someone mentions in the chat. I love Civ 5. I have not gotten to play it in a long time. I've only ever gotten to play Civ 5, I think, once. And even then, oh, no, it wasn't Civ 5. I got to play Civ 3. My bad. Love those games. Skyforge, another game. See, everybody. Everybody's got games in the chat. Everybody in the chat knows there's other games that they love other games. I'm glad you guys can contribute to this conversation we're having right here. So, Sly, what do you got?
Yeah, a lot of people in chat were already saying it, but Warframe, another good free-to-play MMO. I don't know of any other ones right now. I've been playing a lot of my backlog too. So if you have a backlog, that'll work too. Kind of, you saw me doing a murder mystery. Yeah, just anything you can think of. Like mainly me, anything like if I'm not on 14, I'm probably on Warframe. Really good ninjas in space, really grindy.
I love the joke I came into your chat with.
What?
What is it? What is this? Is this revenge?
Vengeance? Yeah.
And also, you know, something else. League of Legends World Championships is in October. I know I'm watching League of Legends World Championships. I fucking love esports, dude. There's a lot of esports events actually going on this month. I think Hearthstone, there's a Hearthstone event too. There was a CSGO event last week. I know that. But, man, there's things to do, guys. Don't fret. If you want to unsub to the game for a month, don't feel guilty about it. You're being responsible and you're being smart as a consumer. We'll see you in 3.1. Let's just say
with your wallet
Oh, and don't forget next month. The only issue I have with 3.1 being November is Fallout 4 and Bloodborne are both in November. My only issue is Fallout 4 is almost definitely going to be the same day as 3.1.
Still gotta get through fucking Bloodborne before I do. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm proud of you for actually playing it after you said you never would. The DLC is going to be sick.
I forget where I'm at.
I don't blame you. That's how it feels when you play a Souls game. You're like, where the fuck am I in this game? I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, well, everyone, I think we're going to be wrapping this up here tonight. Thank you all for joining us. I know it was definitely kind of a tangent episode, but we felt it was an important topic to discuss, even if it didn't immediately cover Final Fantasy XIV throughout the entirety of the episode. So, Sly, what do you say we do our sign-offs, we get ready to go do our thing for the remainder of the night? Sly, tell them where they can find you, my friend.
You can find me on twitch.tv/Slyakagreyfox. You can find me on Instagram at Slyakagreyfox07. You can find me on Twitter at Slythefox. You can find me on Behemoth.
Did you forget where you live, Sly?
Yes, I did for a second. For a second. Plot 14, War 5, Lavender Beds, home to the Foxhound FC. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And Happy, where can they find you when you're not in Dungeons Getting Chlamydia?
Fucking kidding me? Really? Happy, where can they find you when you're not in Dungeons Getting Chlamydia? That's what he just asked me, for those of you who couldn't hear him, as he trailed off.
I can't believe that's a thing.
You can get syphilis, too. Somebody make a gif of this, please.
Where can I find you, Happy? I'll mute. Oh, God.
He lost his headset. He lost his... Dude, I can't... Fuck that, I don't even want... This is too good. Oh, man, this is too good. Look at that. Look at this. Alright. I think he's alive again.
I'm muted, but where can they find you, Happy?
You can find me at Mr. Happy1227, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and you can do it on YouTube at Xehanort. He is still laughing. Xehanort1227 on YouTube as well. This is almost as bad. He muted himself again. This is almost as bad. He is crying. He is legit. Look at him. He's legitimately crying. He has his microphone muted. He just look at. This is almost as bad as when we introduced him to John Cena. I'm gonna name a character in Darkest Dungeon John Cena. I'm gonna get him chlamydia.
And they get cancer.
It's not funny, Sly.
That's what someone said in the chat. Said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry."
Oh my God. He's broken. Yeah, woo-saw, man. Woo-saw.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to be signing off for the night and going to the post show. You all right? Say goodbye, Sly?
See y'all on post show. See y'all next week on YouTube.
Hopefully you don't catch chlamydia before then.
Do it.